Welcome, fellow book lovers. Clash is in session for another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews online. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video, which I hope you'll find informative when you go to your local bookstore and decide which books to purchase. Hopefully this book will be at the top of your list. It is The Binding Room by Nadine Matheson. This is published by Hanover Square Press and it retails for $34.99. Apparently this is a follow-up to Nadine Matheson's first book, The Jigsaw Man. Now, I was not familiar with the book. I had not read it, but it sure piques my interest in possibly going back to look at the first book. This book, well, actually, in the first book, Detective Anjelica Henley fought against a very evil serial killer. And it really traumatized her because she was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. And she still is recovering from the trauma of the first encounter. Now she finds more trauma in this particular book. Anjelica Henley must deal with another killer, another very sadistic killer. Now the book begins with the death of Pastor Caleb Silas Annan, who is found dead in his parish. He has been stabbed 48 times. It's a very grisly scene. He is discovered by the female caretaker there who looks after the church. And Anjelica Henley comes, but there's another person. It's not a body because the person is not yet dead upstairs. The man's name is Brandon. And he has been viciously assaulted and attacked, and it almost seems like they were wanted to perform an exorcism on him to drive the beast out of his body. So it's a very complex story. Brandon's sister says that he had mental health issues, and I guess perhaps someone was trying to like I say, almost perform an exorcism on it. So this begins the investigation. Now, Anjelica Henley has the help of her partner, Selim Gramour, and the two work very well together. They use, very analytical observations when they try to figure out why the pastor was killed and why the other man upstairs in another room was almost killed. But soon there are other deaths. A lady is found dead in her apartment, Alyssa Hadlin, and there is a Bible and holy water close to her body, as though this is a religious ritual, really. And so it gets more bizarre as the book goes along. And Nadine Matheson has done an excellent job of creating a lot of characters that are most interesting, and you start to wonder who is the killer, who isn't the killer, and there's so many suspects that it's just like you can tick off the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all possible suspects, but there's only one killer, of course. But in the book, and by the way, the book is over 500 pages long, and sometimes when books are this long, the reader will lose interest. No, the reader will not lose interest in this book because there's almost something going on every single page. Nadine Matheson has really crafted a suspenseful mystery here of the highest order. And there's a religious, fanatical killer out there. But the question is, what is at the core? Did they have some, reason from their past that religion has driven them over the edge? So really, The Binding Room is just one complex mystery after another. So if you're looking for a very involved book, and like I mentioned, even though it's 500 pages, you don't realize it's that long because you just breeze right through the book wanting to see what's going to happen next and who the killer is. So this book is very highly recommended. If you haven't seen The Jigsaw Man, perhaps after reading this you will want to read The Jigsaw Man, because This is a great follow-up, and you know there will be definitely more books in this series. So thank you, Nadine Matheson, for a great follow-up to your first book. So that's a book I wanted to draw to your attention this time out. Hopefully, when you go to your bookstore, you will seriously consider purchasing, and please let me know if you do purchase it, and if you do agree with me, or if you disagree with me, let me know too. I can handle it. So until we meet again, and we will, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Thanks again, and bye for now.